Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here lesson, dealing with, basically we can't save ourselves. And the Most High is going to be the one that's going to save us. All right. He's going to send Yahushua to save us. But what? At the end all be all, the Most High is doing all these things so he can get the glory. All right. And to say that, saying that to say this, like the scriptures say, he that seeketh to save his life shall lose his life. All right. And, some people will think about, as far as, their money, as far as, I got $1 million, $5 million or whatever. I got Jay-Z money, Oprah Winfrey money. That's going to save me. I got a doomsday bunker, or I got food stockpiled, or I got guns or whatever, whatnot, at the end of this here thing, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do. All right. To, your own arm is not going to be able to bring you salvation, man. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to save yourself. All right. Because, hey, ultimately you have to understand it's the Most High that's throwing this here wrench in the whole system, man. All right. And it's going to throw everybody off to where, there's nothing going to be able to, there's nothing they're going to be able to do to be able to save themselves. All right. And so, and the reason that the Most High has it this way is so that he can get the glory. All right. You have to understand that, I think of it this way, the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. We're going to reign supreme. All right. When it comes to World War III. All right. And you got to just think about this, man. All right. We're about to go into World War III. All right. All the nations right now are like the scriptures say, turn your plowshares and pruning hooks into spears. All right. Where they're taking a lot of their income or whatever, whatnot, their budgets, and pushing it towards military funding, And on top of that, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans just, you trying to get your stimulus check on or whatever, whatnot, So you're not even in a position to stockpile or fight for World War III, plus you and your enemies in hand. All right. So you have to understand that we're the underdog, the underdog. We don't got no weapons. We ain't got no plan. We ain't even got no unity to get together to try to fight against our enemy. The majority of our people don't know who their enemies are. But at the end all be all, we're going to reign supreme as the victor in World War III. All right. But ultimately, it's going to be the praise, the honor, and the glory is going to go to the Most High and his son, Yahushua. All right. So, this is how it's all set up. All right. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do to be able to bring yourself salvation. So I'm going to go through a couple different, events in the scriptures. All right. That show forth how the Most High always had people put in, not people, but his elect basically put in compromising positions to where there was no other options. All right. And that's the best place for us to be at, is in a place where there's no other options. All right. To where we can the only thing we can do is have faith on the Most High and his son, man. That's the only thing that we need. That's the position we need to be put into. All right. So we're going to start off here in the book of Daniel, chapter 3. Now, just to give you a backdrop of this here story. All right. You got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right. To basically where, I think they were supposed to, they were supposed to bow down to this here golden image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up or whatever, whatnot, But nevertheless, they stood firm on, not disobeying the law, not having any other gods and bowing down unto them or whatever, whatnot, even though they was in captivity. All right. Now, you have to understand the position that they in. All right. They basically slaves under another ruler or whatever, whatnot, under another king. All right. Jake didn't have no situation where, you obviously wouldn't be in captivity if you had the means to break up out of captivity. If you had a military to be able to fight your captors or whatever, whatnot, you wouldn't be in subjection. All right. So Jake wasn't in a position to sit there and fight it out or whatever, whatnot, or whatever. Right. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right. They basically, stood firm on the word of the Lord. All right. And then basically the king wound up throwing them into a fiery furnace and wound up getting pissed off and having the furnace turned up 7 times even more. All right. And basically the guys that wound up throwing them into the fire or whatever, whatnot, when they opened up the damn oven door to put them in there, the heat wave that came out wound up killing them. Right. So now let's read this here, this here event. Started Daniel 3:16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve, all right, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. Right? So look, they were standing firm. They were standing with great boldness in the face of those that afflicted them. Just like how we do it on the highways and the byways, man. Telling the so-called white man he's going into captivity. His kingdom is fallen. The Lord's about to come back and put his ass into subjection and kill off the majority of his people. All right, all these different things, man. All right, you have to understand we in a position to where what? You know, we ain't on the highways and the byways with a bunch of armed men around us or whatever, whatnot, while we out here saying these things or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, you know, the police is out there, you know what I'm saying? They could come down on us or whatever, whatnot. You know, they got us all on the FBI watch list. They can come storm us. You know what I'm saying? We know about all these things. Project Megiddo, Rex 84, the King, what is it? The King Arthur plan, King Arthur plan. All right. But nevertheless, we know about all these different things about how Esau is about to come down on us. But what we still standing boldly in the face of those that afflicted us, man. All right. Putting our trust in our defense in the Most High. All right. Letting him defend us because why? We're his servants. We're serving him. So, hey, when we got problems, we're going to let him take care of those problems, man. Somebody want to come up against us like the scriptures say, hey, we got angels that's protecting us, man. We got a hedge around us, man. All right. So it says, let me go back. Well, let me read verse 18. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that if we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up, let me read that from 17. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. So, hey, look, no matter what y'all say or whatever y'all got going on with y'all, we not with that. You know what I'm saying? We understand that there's penalties or whatever, whatnot, but hey, we don't care about none of that stuff, man. We're gonna stand firm on this. And you have to understand the times that we're coming into, why this is being brought out right now, all right, to build your faith up in these times that we coming, because there's about to be this great temptation that's about to come and take over the whole earth. Let me go and grab that real quick. Well, let me go to 2 first, because, you know, these are all the things that we're facing, and you got to understand, you know, people are going to be saying, oh, they can lock you up, you can lose your job, they can take your kids or whatever, whatnot, you get kicked out of your house, and all these different things. You know, your wife might leave you, all these different things, man. But hey, we don't care about none of that, man. All right, well, you know, our wives and kids and stuff, we actually do care about them like that, but we love the Lord more, because you got to ask yourself this question, you know, can my wife and my kids bring me salvation? All right. No. Can they, if I get separated from my power by choosing them, can they bring my power back unto me? No. But if I choose the Lord over my wife and my children, can the Lord deliver my wife and my children from out of whatever calamity? Yes. If they happen to leave me or whatever, whatnot, because I chose the Lord over them, can the Lord bring them back unto me? Yes. So that's the better choice, man. All right. Revelation 2:10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. All right. Let me read that slower. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So the Most High, Yahushua is already telling you right here, you're going to be suffering some things, right? They're going to threaten you with some certain things. You might actually be put into some compromising positions, but don't fear those things, man. All right. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. So, hey, the threat of, oh, you're going to get locked up, go to jail. You're going to go to one of these quarantine camps. They may torture you up in here. You know, you can't fold at these things, man. You got to be like, you know, the troops come to your door trying to lock you up or whatever. Hey, you got to take the jab. Or we taking you about this here house, you're going to go in the paddy wagon. Hey, well, shit, here go my hands, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's it. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? It says, be thou faithful unto death. All right. Be thou faithful, meaning what? Like we were reading about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and the rest of these accounts we're going to read. The Lord can deliver you out of these situations, man. And if he don't deliver you out of these situations, hey, you still, you know, died being a martyr for Yahweh while Yahweh shot, man. The Lord's going to raise you back up, man. All right, we at the end all be all of it anyway. At the end of Esau's kingdom, it's not like we at the beginning of Esau's kingdom and you're gonna just come back. Either way, you should always want to serve the Most High, right? But even better than that, we at the end of Esau's kingdom, so you wind up dying or whatever, whatnot. You're gonna just come back anyway. 9 times out of 10, well, damn near 10 times out of 10, you're gonna come back in your glorified body, all right, and you're gonna have the law, statutes, commandments written inside of you, man. All right, because we're not really in a time frame, you know, Lord willing, you know, we hasten in a day to where if you was to die now, you would have to go through the 3 to 4 generations to be reborn again. All right. Be born back into captivity again. We at the end of this here kingdom, man. All right. Revelation 3:10 says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them to dwell upon the earth. So this is they're gonna be a great temptation to entice you to sin. All right. But what you have to stand firm. All right. Going back, Daniel chapter 3 and verse 19. This then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So again, remembering, like Scripture said, the things written aforetime was written for our learning and our understanding. All right, hey, they was threatened with basically torture, man. That's what it was. They was being, because literally they could have just chopped their heads off and just killed them like that. But no, they was gonna throw them inside the furnace, man. All right. It says, therefore he spake and commanded they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it won't to be heat. So they turned it up even more just to show, prove the point. Oh, you gonna try to embarrass me in front of my people? I'm the king. Everybody bow down to me or whatever, whatnot. Oh, y'all think y'all funny? All right, we finna go out here and torture y'all niggas and shit like that, man. Same thing going on today, man. Oh, y'all don't want to bow down to the system or whatever, whatnot. We taking in these quarantine camps and waterboard your ass all damn day. Starve your ass to death all damn day. Take your kids away and murder your family right there in front of you. Hey, so be it, man. We gonna stand like men for Yahweh rather than bow to you goddamn heathen, man. All right. It says, then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, the furnace exceedingly hot, the flames of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, and these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. So basically, the fire was so damn hot. First spiritual salvation sign is showing up right here. You got to imagine, you got three guys basically about to be thrown into this here furnace. And let's just say it's three other guys that's taking them, to go throw them into the furnace, right? Now, the guys pretty much is behind them, pushing them on towards this here furnace, open up the damn, we'll call it an oven, open up this here crematorium, all right? Open up the damn door, and when they open up the door, the heat wave was so damn hot, it killed the men that was behind them, all right? That was that first sign of that spiritual power, because why? It had to pass Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and how is it going to kill the people behind them, all right, but not the people in front? That's just like, if you, the hostage taker type of situation where the dude that's taking the hostage behind the hostage, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get a headshot on them, but imagine, the cops or whatever, whatnot, wind up shooting and hitting this dude dead in the chest. Like, how the hell did you hit him in the chest, but you didn't get the guy right there in front of them and they chested back or whatever, whatnot, man? That's spiritual powers, right? So, verse 24, then Nebuchadnezzar the king, was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto the counselors, did we not cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, O true O king. Then answered and he answered and said, lo, I see four men loose, walking. All right. First of all, they're like, he had to double check. Didn't we throw three niggas in there? Why I see four people walking around? You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I just had these dudes throw these guys in there. Those dudes died immediately when the door opened, when they got close enough to the damn fire. Those dudes died. But the other three dudes, the very next day, all right, he done went to sleep. And the very next day, now remember, the first dudes that threw him in there died immediately. He went to bed and woke up the next day. And it's three dudes. Let's just talk about the three dudes that's still alive inside the fire. They should have instantly died, right? And they over there walking around. But then you got a fourth guy in there. He's like, wait a minute, we threw three guys in there. How did we wind up with four of them? Who opened up the fiery furnace and threw another guy in there? And why they still walking around, right? It says, he answered and said, lo, I see four men loose. Remember, they was bound, loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of the Most High. All right. So, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. He's perplexed. Again, you think about this nowadays, they throw some people in there to go and burn their ass up or whatever, whatnot. You were sure you threw three of them in there, and at least three of your men wound up dying. All right. And they still alive overnight. And there's four of them now, and they just walking around. They not even hurt. They just chilling, probably conversating or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They just chilling, right? Then Nebuchadnezzar came near the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, now here's where the king's heart is changed, right? Because this was a tyrannical leader, All right. Oh, y'all don't want to bow down? I'm going to show you niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. We about to go hard on y'all niggas, man. But now all of a sudden he come in humbly. Oh. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? It says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth in the midst of the fire. Notice he didn't even call out the fourth man or whatever, whatnot, because, hey, something spiritual's going on. And the princes, the governors, and the captains, and the king's counselor, all right, being gathered together. So these are all the top men under the king. So the elites of these men, all right, the highest of the highest degree of the pedigree of these men that's in this here place, all right, are all looking and marveling, you know. Think about all the men that was under Nebuchadnezzar, all right, the second, third, fourth in charge and all these different people or whatever, whatnot. You know, they was all in fear of the king Nebuchadnezzar because they was in fear of being put to death or whatever, whatnot. But then all of a sudden, they seeing these slaves, these peasants, all right, being thrown in the fire. Now they still alive. Now they seeing their leader who they fear, countenance being changed, all right. It says, so these guys, it says, the princes, the governors, and the captains, and the king's counselors being gathered together saw these men upon whose body the fire had no power, nor was a hair of their heads singed, neither was their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Again, you have to play this out in real life reality, man. All right. So it says, and upon whose body the fire had no power. So they was inside the fire. Their skin was still intact. Everything was fine. All right. Their hair, their heads was not singed. All right. So you can just see, go back to Michael Jackson in the Pepsi commercial, you know, your hair go up real quick, right? You know, you have some people may burn off their eyebrows or whatever, whatnot. You know, women may be straightening their hair or whatever, whatnot, and start burning some of their hair. All right. It says, neither was their coats changed. So you could just imagine sometimes if you take like, let's say paper and you hold it close enough to a fire, like a candle, you light a candle or some shit, and you hold the paper close enough to the fire, not that it burns, but you'll start seeing it actually like start getting blackened or whatever, whatnot, you know, not saying it's going to catch on fire, but it start getting blackened or whatever, whatnot from the heat, all right? But their clothes wasn't, you know, start turning colors or whatever, whatnot. It says, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Now, you can just imagine, you know, if you ever been to a bonfire or whatever, whatnot, you know, you outside, you standing close to the bonfire, getting all warm, heating up your hands, might got your sweater on or whatever, whatnot. Now, when you go home, all right, and, you know, or you're in a closed, tight space or whatever, whatnot, you start smelling basically like you've been out at a bonfire or whatever, whatnot. You smell like burnt wood or whatever, whatnot, man. All right. But and you wasn't in the fire. You was standing around the fire, not close enough that your skin was going to burn or the hair on your arms was burning off or nothing like that, man. You was far enough back that, you know, and that fire was nowhere near as hot as this here fire, man. All right. Because, again, the men that was putting them in the fiery furnace wound up dying from just the heat alone. So just imagine, they wasn't in the fire. They was close enough to it. Now, you close enough to the damn bonfire where you're going to stay warm or whatever, whatnot, and you ain't die from that. So this fire was way hotter. And you wind up smelling like the damn bonfire after you leave. But these brothers that was cast inside the fire overnight came out of the fire, wasn't burnt up, the hair wasn't singed or nothing like that, didn't even smell like the damn fire, man. All right. Verse 28, then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angel and delivered the servants that trusted in him. Now, you got to understand, these damn heathen. Nebuchadnezzar thought that he was the shit. Look, isn't it the Hanging Gardens that I have built? Ain't I under shit? I'm the one that does all this. Everybody need to bow down to me. Now, all of a sudden, he says, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So not only is he acknowledging that there is a power, he's also giving reverence to that power, man. All right. It says, who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him and have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they may not serve nor worship any God except their own God. All right. So, hey, he was completely changed. He was like, you know what? You know, I was a monster or whatever, whatnot. Now I'm all humble or whatever, whatnot, you know, or whatever, whatnot. It says, verse 29, therefore I make a decree. He was so moved that he changed up the laws and everything, that every people, nation, and language would speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces. Their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. So he threw all his beliefs out the window. Whatever gods they was believing in, him believing in himself, thinking he was almighty and had all this here power, he was like, that's all out the woodwork. All right. The commandment was anybody that don't bow down to this here statue should be put to death. Now he's making a change and a decree that anybody that talks shit against basically the power of Israel, Yahweh, Yahushua, all right, that not only should they be put to death and chopped up and tortured, but their house is going to be destroyed and turned into a dunghill, You're going to get a brutal death, not only you, but your house as well. Just think about that, man. Think about the hatred that somebody got, like in this government today. They're like, yo, if you don't want to take the jab, we're going to snatch your ass up, put you in a quarantine camp, torture your ass, and maybe even put you to death. And then on top of that, just to show you how much we hate you, we're going to come to your house, and we're going to not only just bulldoze it, we're going to, let a bunch of people come and take we call them sledgehammers to it and beat it to a pulp. Not only that, we're going to sit there and contaminate the ground that you on. Not only that, we're going to send a nuclear bomb to blow up the whole neighborhood in the city that you live in. Not only that, we're going to go overkill with that, man. That's basically how Nebuchadnezzar was changed that much more, because he saw, and at the end all be all, he didn't say, blessed be Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These brothers out here, these guys, they the shit. They got some kind of power. No, he said, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man. Anybody that talk shit against not Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they didn't get the glory, but their power, Yahweh, Yahushua got the glory, man. All right. It says, then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. Not only did, he make a decree that, you can't talk against, Yahweh, Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? Nevertheless, he also promoted these three brothers, man. All right. Put them up on high, man. All right. And also, in the face of all these other people, man. All right. So let me go from there. Let me go back, actually. Here's another situation. All right. Well, let me just get to the point, because this is dealing with Daniel now. Daniel in the lion's den. All right. All right. So I'm gonna start at verse 19. Daniel 6:19. It says, then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of the lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is thy power whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? So, hey, he's making mockery or whatever, whatnot, just like these people in this here society. Oh, your God gonna save you. Your God gonna give you a job. Your God gonna keep you from getting sick. Your God gonna do all these different things. All right. And when he came to the den, verse 21, then said Daniel unto the king, O live forever. He said unto the king, O king, live forever. My God hath sent his angel and have shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocently was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no matter of hurt was found upon him, because he was delivered in his power. And so again, these were some hungry lions. All right. And basically, Daniel was thrown in there, and they found him the next day, basically just sitting amongst the lions, and basically, the men that was commanded to go, retrieve him or whatever, they wound up getting ate up, Then the king's commandment, and the king commanded that they brought those men which had accused Daniel and cast them into the den of the lions, them, their children, and their wives. All right. And the lions had the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den. So you got to understand, the lions, it wasn't that the lions wasn't hungry. Some people are like, oh, the lions just wasn't hungry that day. Maybe they had already ate. No, they was exceedingly hungry. You just had one Daniel that was in the lion's den. But he says, and he commanded that they brought those men which had accused Daniel, so multiple men, and cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives. So you can just imagine if it was just one dude, all right, and then his one wife, and then let's just say he had one child. That's at least three people that these lions wound up eating up. So you think that they wasn't hungry enough to eat one Daniel? All right. Then King Darius wrote unto all the people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the power of Daniel, for he is the living God, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall be not destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. So again, you had another one of these rulers or whatever whatnot that had the same mind state or whatever whatnot, you know what I'm saying, that noticed all these different things, and then he humbled himself and made a decree basically that these other nations and all the people that was up under him would basically not talk against the Most High, not talk against the Most High, and also give him glory. It says he delivered and rescued and worked his signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. All right, so you got to understand, the Most High got the glory first and foremost. They wasn't praising Daniel or whatever, whatnot, but then in the sight of men, Daniel and also Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was also promoted and prospered, man. They wound up getting, back 100-fold or whatever, whatnot. They loved their life unto death. They loved not their life unto death, and then guess what? They sacrificed their whole life. They gave up everything. Like Peter said, look, we gave up all these things. What shall we get? Oh, you're going to get all this in sevenfold, or 100-fold, This is in the book of Joshua, chapter 2 and verse 9. Now, you have to understand, this is the time when we had just rolled up out of Egypt, right? And the Most High to put in the work on the Egyptians, the Pharaoh and his army, all right? Now, they going in and spying out the land, right? Joshua 2 and 9. Now, this is dealing with, what is it, Rahab? I believe this is Rahab the harlot, right? So it says, Joshua 2 and 9, and she said unto the men, I know, all right, that Yahweh have given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. All right, they wasn't scared of basically Joshua and Caleb, you know what I'm saying, because what they would do was basically just them two, right? But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, it was like they were scared of the power that was coming along with them. All right, they're like, nah, we don't want to go over there. It's like a dude in the hood or whatever, whatnot. He may not be the biggest dude or whatever. Let's just say some woman, right? And you got some dude that could easily just knock this woman out or whatever, whatnot, And they were like, you know what, we will go run up at her house and go take her shit. But guess what? She got them big ass pit bulls, and them dogs be tearing trees down. We don't want to go over there because of her power, you know what I'm saying, and strong enough to devour us, man. All right, so the same thing is going on here, man. All right. You got Joshua and Caleb basically, you have Rahab and them talking about, look, we didn't seen what your power did to them damn Egyptians over there, man. All right, and the terror is falling upon all of them, and basically their hearts is melting, man. All right, verse 10, for we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you. Again, just the point I just made. They didn't dry up the Red Sea for themselves. They realized they had a power that was doing this for them. Plus, if you're able to understand what was really going on, they still had this chariot that was following them, man. All right, they was out in the it's dark out there in the damn desert like that without all this electricity and everything like that. So they could see this damn pillar of fire by night rolling up on their ass, and this cloud by day as well too. So best believe they were scared, and they was like, oh shit. Then you also got to understand what was about to go on after this fact. They was about to go and start conquering all this here land. All right, so it says, we have heard how Yahweh have dried up the Red Sea for you, and when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom you utterly destroyed. Again, they ain't got no real military right now. They walked up out of Egypt with only the things they could carry in their hands, man. All right, and really it was like gold and silver and stuff like that, which they didn't turn into the damn that golden calf or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they didn't have too much of nothing. All right, they didn't have a bunch of swords and chariots to fight with and everything like that. Nah, because they had been walking for like 40. They didn't have nothing with them, man. All right, so they wasn't like militarily fit or whatever, whatnot. They didn't take on the Egyptians and fought them in battle or whatever, whatnot, man. No, the Most High started delivering these people out of their hands, man. All right. It says, and as soon as we had heard, all right, as soon as we heard these things, and this is ultimately what's going to happen, man. All right, this is ultimately what's going to start happening, especially when the Most High come and destroy Esau, man. Deliver us up out of Esau's hand and utterly obliterate this here place over here, man. All the other nations is going to see us rolling up, walking down the street or whatever, rolling up on their ass and whatever, whatnot. They're going to be rushing out with their kids, with all their riches and everything. But please take this, like, just don't bring that drama over here. Look, we're going to serve y'all. Look, throw us the chains, we'll put them around our own necks, man. Fuck all that. We heard, we didn't see, because the whole Babylon was televised as it was falling. The whole world saw that. How the hell you brothers get delivered up out of, yo, where y'all was just at just got destroyed off the face of the earth by thermonuclear missiles. How the hell y'all get up out of there? Well, we seen how y'all got up out of there or whatever, whatnot, you know. The strangers to their salvation, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. The whole world gonna see all of this, man. All right, they're gonna know that there's a living power amongst the children of Israel, man. You think they're gonna open their mouth and talk shit against us, man? Then we gonna have the angelic bodies, man. You think these nations gonna want to say anything, man? All right. And this is why I'm bringing out the point of, your guns ain't gonna save you, your money ain't gonna save you, your wits, your doomsday bunker, your food ain't gonna save you. The Most High is putting you in this predicament where you ain't got shit but faith, man. That's all you gonna have is faith and the name of Yahweh Shah, and your works to follow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna put you in this compromising position, so the only thing that you can do is bow down and look up and cry unto the Lord, man, so he can go in and put in work for you, man. And so he can bring glory unto his own self, man. Bring glory unto his own name, man. Put his name back up on top in this here world, man. Because we out here calling on Yahweh Shah. People look at us like we crazy or whatever, whatnot. When we out at camp, you know what I'm saying? And we, saluting in and saluting out. People who hear us or whatever, whatnot, like, what are these niggas is doing or whatever, whatnot, man. It's going to be a day when we say, call halal Yahweh Shah, man. And the whole world going to tremble, man, at those names, man. Why? Because of this here deliverance that we're about to get delivered up out of here, man. The utter obliteration of this here place, man. In the sight of all these damn heathen, man. They going to see us walk up out of this here land that was utterly obliterated by thermonuclear missiles, man. We ain't got no goddamn planes. We ain't got no doomsday bunkers. We ain't got shit to get us up out of here but the Lord, man. We putting all our trust in the Lord, man, in them chariots, man. All right, you know, and I always say this, and I've always had this visual or whatever, whatnot, that, hey, man, it's going to be a time in the day when, like they used to say, when the Lord cracked the skies or whatever, whatnot, but when them thermonuclear missiles crack the sky and we start seeing these thermonuclear missiles start raining down upon us or whatever, whatnot, hey, that's going to be my time and my day, boy. Hey, loose your shoes, because every place where you set thy foot, the Lord has blessed. This is going to be, this is where you about to get delivered from, man. This here place is holy. The Lord's about to come and get you from up out of this here place, man. Look up. Hey, in a twinkle of an eye, man, we're going to be changed, man. All right, call halal Yahweh Shah, man. You about to deliver us in the sight of these goddamn heathen, man. All right, and that's how it's going to be, man. The elect going to be scarcely saved, man. Hey, man, the Lord just hollowed this here ground, because this is where he about to grab his servant from up out of here, man. All right. And it says, verse 11, and as soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. Not because of you, what you did, not because of the salvation you brought yourself. It says, for Yahweh your power, he is God in heaven above and in the earth beneath. These are unbelievers, man. These are people that aren't of our nation that don't know the Most High like that. But they seen the work he was putting in. He was like, man, we ain't fucking with that over there, man. Hell no. What can we do so we don't bring that shit upon our own self? We don't want to be like them other nations, man. Fuck that. We leave y'all alone, man. All right. And this is why the Most High is doing these things, man. All right. Hey, well, let me read 12 real quick. Now, therefore, I pray you, swear unto me by Yahweh, since I have showed you kindness, that you also show kindness unto my father's house and given me a true token. So, hey, this is why these other nations is going to beg to want to serve us, man. We ain't going to have to we not going to have to go and fight these other nations or whatever, whatnot, after they see what the Most High is going to do to Esau, man. All right, when Yahweh Shah, he say, hey, vengeance is in my heart, man. All right, and he going, who is this that coming from Basra with dyed garments? All right, I've trodden the winepress alone. All right, therefore my own arm brought me salvation. All right, and his fury upheld him. Hey, man, Yahweh Shah coming to put in this here work, man. All right, and guess what? These other nations, the ones that's going to be left out here, you know what I'm saying, after this here destruction, man, they're going to be running and lining up with all their resources, riches, and their children and everything like that. Hey, they're going to probably build and provide their own chains. Like, it's already around my neck. Here you go, man. All right, because why? They going to want some mercy, man. They don't want to be obliterated like Esau like that, man. All right. Couple more we're going to get out. This is Jeremiah 23:7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Now, think about that, man. They're still making movies today, to this same very day, about the Exodus and everything like that, man. All right. The Most High put in so much work on Egypt at that point in time that is still seared into the people's minds to this same day about those different plagues and what the Most High did to the Pharaoh's army. That they still talk about it today, still make movies about it today. People still glorify, the Most High over these events to this same very day, man. All right, that was damn near what, 5,000 something years ago or something like that, close to like 5,000 something years ago, man. All right, and they still talk about those times, even up until this day, about 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, man. All right, but what it says, but Yahweh liveth. So it's saying in verse 7, they're not gonna talk about that Exodus no more, man. That's gonna be old news. That's gonna be, hey, man, you talking about, man, that's so small. You know, when you hit the lotto on a scratch off ticket for $2, oh shit, I didn't hit $2 on a scratch off ticket versus somebody that hit it for $750 million. Like, who care about that $2 I didn't hit, man? This shit is way more better than that, man. All right, Jeremiah 23:8. But Yahweh liveth that brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country and from all the countries where I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. All right. So you have to understand, not only, you know, where we was delivered up out of Egypt, out of one place or whatever, whatnot, but look, the Most High is about to utterly destroy Babylon the Great, deliver his elect from out of Babylon, and also the four corners of the earth, all simultaneously. All right, and then also take and put these other nations in subjection, man, all at the same time, man. All right. Let me get one more to close out. Damn, I just thought about one. John, I think it's John 13. Salaki, give me 1 second. Right here. This is John 13. I'm going to read 31 and 32. It says, therefore, when he was gone out, Yahushua said, now is the Son of Man glorified, and the Most High is glorified in him. All right. If the Most High be glorified in him, the Most High shall also glorify him in himself, and shall straightway glorify him. So, you know, you have to understand at this point in time, we're going to be the tools that the people are going to see, as far as like Daniel and the lion's den. They saw Daniel get thrown in from their action, and then they seen him make it up out of there. But they knew Daniel didn't deliver himself out of that. The Most High got the glory. You notice how he got promoted, but then the decree was made that if you talk against the Most High, that you was basically going to get put to death. Same with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar was like, oh, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And then they was also promoted, all right, with Rahab and Joshua and Caleb, man. All right, well, we didn't see what your power did for your people, man, and so on and so forth. So the Most High is getting the glory from what? From what, basically delivering his people, and all these different actions or whatever, whatnot. So, hey, we're going to be out here in the midst of these things, all right, and the Lord's going to come through and deliver us up out of these things, but ultimately it's going to put his name back into the earth and put it back up on top. And you know how, like Birdman say, put some respect on my name. Hey, people going to fear and tremble that name again because of what, what the things is going to happen here with Jacob's trouble. But he's going to be saved up out of it when Esau come down. Hey, the greatest military on the face of the earth right now is going to come down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But what? 1/3 and 144,000 is going to be delivered up out of there, man. All right, and in the midst of that, their deliverance, what? The honor and the glory is going to go to where? Yahushua, man. All right. So, hey, this is the reason why there's nothing you can do to save yourself in this here scenario, man. The Most High have it set up like this so that he can get the glory, man. So that his name can get the honor and the praise back in the earth again, man. You know how many people are talking junk and they talk about Jesus and they make the jokes about Jesus or whatever, whatnot, and oh baby, they say all kind of stuff about Jesus, and we'll say Jesus for now because they heathens and stuff like that. They don't know his real name, but nevertheless, the content, how they speak on him, they make all kind of jokes and costumes and all kind of mockery of him or whatever, whatnot. But after this here time, all right, of our deliverance, ain't nobody gonna fix their mouth to try to say nothing against that, because they're gonna this moment is gonna be seared into their mind forever, man. All right, this is why the Most High is putting us into these compromising positions so that what he can get the honor and the glory out of all these things, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and a faith booster unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth and never will. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Till next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.